Welcome to the kiaraeshi podcast, Benito edition, I guess. Espero que estén bien. Yeah, I guess you got a bonus episode, I guess, because, well, first of all, today is kiaraeshi's second anniversary, and because, bueno, si eres boricua, pues, it's a very special holiday, or it was on Friday, when Bad Bunny dropped Un Verano Sin Ti. En verdad, first of all, quiero decir que, wow, like, el sentimiento de como que unidad que los Bad Bunny album drops causan en mi timeline en todo lado, even though I'm not really on social media, but still como que I feel it, ¿me entiendes? Como que ayer yo pasé por el área metro and like all the banners were out, everyone was playing that music, de verdad que wow, yo amo este tipo, like his stardom is bigger than him. Y en verdad en parte that's what we're gonna talk about today a little bit, but mainly this is a Un Verano Sin Ti review. I guess ever since this podcast has been out, yo he estado haciendo reviews de Bad Bunny. We did one for El Último Tour del Mundo, and we're gonna do it for this one, no exception. Y en verdad, I just want to say, este tipo sube de nivel every single time. Era mejor, I feel like nunca ha sido como que, like, este álbum no estuvo tan bueno como el último, como que él ha subido de nivel una cosa brutal, como que por siempre was a hit. Yo hago lo que me da la gana was a hit. El Último Tour del Mundo was a hit. Like, all these albums are so good. Nunca, no falla, el tipo no falla, de verdad. Even if you can, you can be objective and say whatever, but everything has been a hit. Everything's been good. Y en verdad, we're gonna get into it now, so let's see. Mira. So este álbum, it's been anticipated for a while, pero en verdad este tipo empezó a tease it just recently. Me va a dar ansiedad when I have to go buy tickets para el próximo tour. De verdad yo siento que Bad Bunny is like the definition of ser un artista consistente y evolucionar sin dejar su ausencia, to be honest. I think he's like the definition of that. Y en verdad este álbum es para los boricuas y hasta para los Domis a little bit, like, first of all, eso es algo que mucha gente estaba diciendo, que de verdad, es más, Bad Bunny es como un primo, es como si un primo tuyo o tu mejor amigo o whatever fuera famoso, porque es como que yo creo que nunca en la historia de los artistas boricuas y todo eso ha habido como que un artista que verdaderamente represente la experiencia específicamente joven puertorriqueña allá afuera, I think, o a nivel mundial, internacional, I could talk for hours about Bad Bunny, pero lo que vamos a hablar es el álbum, right? I just wanted to say que, yeah, ese es el impacto que él ha tenido. I'm not really like a music person, pero I am Puerto Rican and I am a Bad Bunny stan, so I'm gonna talk about that. En verdad, del álbum como tal, I think I could just say a few things. Like, I thought this and then I read it in a review que decía como que el switch up de los géneros has been like part of his like award-winning formula. Genuinamente como que desde por siempre tú has visto como que este change de reggaetón a punk rock a como que otro género, y eso ha sido consistente across todos los álbumes y se refleja bien cabrón en este. Creo que también like su habilidad de como que, y esto lo dijo Entreten, shout out to Entreten, el tipo colabora con muchos artistas y como que se nota que él es un artista que sí puede colaborar con diferentes tipos de artistas, como que hay muchos exponentes, like Jay, and Rao is a big star, I guess. Pero creo que había un grupo bien grande de personas que estaban esperando como que una colaboración con Buscabullas específicamente y con like The Marias, y se dio en este álbum. The fact that it's like themed de verano y it's such a proudly Puerto Rican like album, y no trata de apelar a el público de otros países, is so incredibly inspirational. Y en verdad, I just really wanted to say that. I just really wanted to say que I love this collective feeling that we all get when we listen to Bad Bunny albums and when it drops. So now let's get really into it. I don't think I'm gonna go track by track, porque for example, let's go track by track. Switch my mind right now. First of all, Moscow Mule. There are songs en este álbum que son bien como que traditionally Bad Bunny, o como que just generically Bad Bunny, como que Moscow Mule is one of them. Hay varias otras que I'll mention across the board, pero it's a good song, and just because they're generic o como que más de lo mismo, as people would say, doesn't mean that they're bad. Moscow Mule was like, I would say, in the second tier of my favorites. So, just gonna say that. The fact que hay una canción de merengue aquí, I know que el tipo va a salir en el MCU, but I think que él hacer una canción de merengue, hacer una canción de un género tan particular Caribe, because it's Dominican, I think that's like a bigger dream. I think that's like a way bigger aspiration. Como que the fact that there is a merengue song on this fucking album is a testament to music in general, en verdad. And like, I just wonder, porque mira, en verdad yo escucho merengue y yo pienso, especialmente veraniego, like, I think about piñones, I think about like estar en la playa con un montón de gente, when I used to drink and be drinking, comiéndome una alcapurria specifically. So I wonder what other people think about esta canción en particular, because it's for us. Es para los caribeños, de verdad, period. They're not gonna get it, really. Ellos no van a entender lo que es como que estar en la playa y ver una familia con un caldero allí, just like, they're not gonna get it. The girls that get it, and the ones that don't. This collab con Chencho Corleone, though, I love it. Este tipo conoce su audiencia tanto, and I might just say that a lot because of las colaboraciones que tiene y eso, but este tipo sabe que su audiencia loves, like, reggaeton old school, el perreo, like, clásico, and I feel like having Chencho Corleone on this album says that very loudly and clearly, and this song, it's a hit, en verdad. Okay, this is my favorite song on the album, La Cuarta. Titi me preguntó. This is why, por esto es que decimos que este álbum también es de los Domis, because I don't think this album would be what it is without this freaking song. Como que the sprinkling of bachata encima de este dembow. I love this song so much. De verdad que not only is it like thematically on brand para Benito and like just people his age Boricua, men his age Boricua, but it's such a good party song. It's so good for everything. That este bridge and these bridges across this album están brutales. I really can't. Also, just wanted to say que el término baby gravy, I hadn't heard that since like 8th grade. Yo lo amo, mano. La que le sigue, ni me acuerdo. I didn't even write it here. Pero again, a good song. Cuando digo más de lo mismo, I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying que he's, again, it's generic Bad Bunny. I'm pretty sure he had like so much fun writing these kinds of songs que that's why he put them on the album. And again, they're not bad songs. Yo no soy celoso. This is not bossa nova, right? I feel like I'm gonna get chewed out for that, but it's no sé ni qué género es. You can comment down below and correct me, pero this soft little vibe que está aquí, it's just so good, and it's also such a common feeling. Yo no soy celoso, but who the fuck and also la línea que dice me pongo celoso sin razón y eso es machismo. Wow, we love a self call out. No voy a endiosar a Bad Bunny, but I kind of like that. I'll get into it cuando hablemos de Andrea, though. The Jay and Bad Bunny collab on this. They've collabed before. They've done fucking hits like Como Se Siente, you know, and that was a slapperoonie. This one is just kind of, again, I would say this is almost a filler track. Again, it's a good beat. It's a good vibe. I'm not saying that it's a bad song. I'm just no me conmovió as much as previous collabs between these two have. Pero that's, you know, como que normal. I love how he talks about internet etiquette, though. Como cuando dice, si subiste una historia es para que lo comenten, si te mando un fueguito, que me tienes caliente. Internet etiquette, you know? Una neverita is like pop Bad Bunny, and I kind of like that. I'll just say that. El collab con Tony Dice, as much as like el de Tony Dice y el de Chencho Corleone, like I love que Bad Bunny can really match just in general, con todos los artistas, he matches like their energy and como que se nota who wrote what and stuff. I just wanted to say that's the same thing with Tony Dice. Like, I feel like I'm sorry, I'm thinking a ton of things. Amongst one of them is like Tony Dice's kind of comeback, right? We kind of stan. I just literally throw all my thoughts out there. Now, Efecto, again, it's one of those que son más de lo mismo. However, it's one of my favorite songs on the album. Like, from a production standpoint, like, it kind of gives me the same vibes as like Yo hago lo que me da la gana. You know, it's kind of reminiscent from that era. And en verdad, I really loved it. Like, it's a really fun song. I would say más de lo mismo in a good way again, but you get the gist. The Rao collab, I don't want to get chewed out. I don't like Rao Alejandro, first of all. Let me just say that. I have a lot of opinions on him. I don't want to support him in any way. You can take that however you want. However, en verdad, I liked this one mainly for the hook. I just really like the hook. It's kind of a slapperoni just because of the hook, though. Aguacero, bro. First of all, this song makes me sad to be single. And second of all, that production is so... I don't want to say it because this sounds so cringe and like I don't know much about music or something, but it's so reminiscent of like Drake 10 years ago. This is giving... Fuck, I forgot what that one song by Drake is called. The one that's like really sad and he's like... Wrong thing to do. Used to be such a Drake stan and now I don't remember, but... still, such a good song for certain situations. Enséñame a bailar is such a good song and it's one of my favorites, honestly. First, I want to say that this sounds very Oasis like. This sounds like something that would be on Oasis, but honestly it would be better than most of the songs on Oasis. Didn't want to be shady, but it's kind of true. But it's one of my favorites. I love that transition from Enséñame a bailar to Ojitos Lindos. Ojitos Lindos is one of the most beautiful songs I've heard in a minute. Like, it's kind of like Aguacero, but on the other side of the spectrum. It makes me miss not being single. What a beautiful song to like fall in love to. Bro, lyrically, it's just so beautiful too. And just like, I used to listen to a lot of bands in high school, like Los Cafre and stuff. I know it's Bomba Estéreo, which they did a tremendous job on this song. It's so beautiful. I just wanted to state that it's one of my favorites on this album, and another show of his versatility. But you know what I mean? Like, it's so amazing that he can collab with these artists and make a hit, you know? I want to say so many things about 2016. I have always thought, you know, when I said the thing about, like, evolving a while ago, like, how artists evolve and, well, they either get better or not. You know, sometimes you miss, like, past eras of artists and you kind of feel like, damn, like, they're never going back to that era, or that kind of sucks. 2016 is, like, a direct response to that feeling. Like, bro, it's so incredible how this man wrote a song lyrically like he used to. He sang, like, the lines that, like, his bars were, like, it's like he studied his past style and he redid it. You would almost think this was like an archived song or something from that era, and then he like did it now, but it's like it's a song being nostalgic about 2016, which was like he brought up views from Drake in the beginning of the song because he, like, that's what I think about when I think about 2016 as well. You know, one of the things that I noticed about that song is that he sings in like a deeper tone. He doesn't even sing that deep anymore. His vibe in these recent songs aren't like that. If the music video is like, you remember when Beyonce, Don't Chew Me Out, I'm a Beyonce stan. This doesn't even have to do with that, but like, remember when Beyonce did that like one Pepsi commercial and it was like all her past selves? If his music video is something like that, like if we get Buzzcut Bad Bunny in 2022, and also like the nostalgic things he brings up, like views of course, but also like lean and stuff like that, bro. Also, te voy a dar con euforia, tú eres mi Zendaya. That is such a line from like that time brought into recent. I could make a whole study with this one song. It's crazy, but I loved it. I just love that fact that he, like, it's the studying the past self to bring it into this year for me. El Apagón, bro, I'm honestly so amazed with this man. Like, and also like the dialogue, no, the discourse this has brought onto like what I've been able to see on Twitter. He excluded so many people. He gate-kept Puerto Rican culture so much with this song. So many people are so pissed. There's so many lines that I could talk about with this song. Like, first of all, ese Puerto Rico está bien cabrón. eso lo vamos a escuchar en todo lado. People are gonna chant that so heavily. I'm out of nowhere. I'm gonna just be walking. I'm gonna start that and see how many people chant along with me. He threatened the governor, saying antes que a people le dé un bofetón. That's a threat, but it's a good threat, I guess. Ahora todos quieren ser latino. He dragged all of the world, like he dragged Rosalia too, like he dragged so many people. And he said in an interview, like, yeah, like I'm not saying that no one can make this kind of music, but just like why now? And it's like we all know why now, because it's trendy and because a lot of people, I could talk about appropriation all I want, but like I think we already get the gist, the fact that people just want to be Puerto Rican and they can't. And it's like, this is something, this song being una bomba, like converts itself, it transforms into a like house beat. He's insane. He is, what is wrong with him in all the right ways, honestly. And then the fact that his girlfriend sings the end part, and that end part is like telling gringos to go home, technically. I mean, she says que se vayan ellos, but we know who the fuck ellos is. And first of all, she has a lovely ass voice. Like, what the hell? I can't believe Gabriela sang this. Second of all, it's so beautiful, and honestly, every time I hear esta mi playa, esta mi sol, esta mi tierra, esta soy yo, first of all, top tier Instagram caption. And second of all, it's beautiful and it's powerful, and I definitely want to hear this at like protests and stuff. I want to hear the whole song at protests, and I want to see people vogue to this song. I love how immediately we get like a The Marias collab. I can't wait to see The Marias on the 20th of August, first of all. Second of all, I love The Marias, by the way. Like, I'm a huge stan, so I'm like so happy about this song. This song is just good. I really don't have much to say about it other than it's just really good and I really like it, and it's one of my faves. One of my second tier faves, I guess. Un Coco is pretty good. I wish I could hear it in like reggaeton instead of reggae, like the fast version that appears at the beginning. That would be fun, but it's a really good song nonetheless. I do want to say this about Andrea. So I feel like it's so interesting because Bad Bunny has like a very particular relationship to the women of PR. Like he says in Titi me preguntó y las de PR que toallitas son mías. Why did I say toallita? You know, Bad Bunny has like been really outspoken about like women and gender issues and all that stuff. And like, you know, you can say so many things about him. You can say that he's fake woke or he's doing it for profit or whatever. I honestly don't care. Like, at least as far as women's issues goes, I don't care. Like, if this is making someone a little more conscious, I really don't care. And also, like, what's so bad about that? I don't really, like, you can say that, oh, like, but he's not really doing anything. I don't know. Like, I'm fine with it. I don't find it annoying or anything at all. Hell, if what has been said about the song is true, that Andrea, like, the title of the song is because of like the woman who died by feminicide lo otro día, that is pretty deep. And also, I just want to say about the song in general, like, I don't know you, but like every line, every description, every different description, I thought of a different woman that I know. And I think it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, deep song that really cuts deep, that really talks about like us as women, us as people. I don't know. I really like it, and I think it's very personal to him. It sounds like it is. And like I said, peculiar relationship to women, the woman of PR, you know. I'm not saying that he's like, oh my god, he's like the best feminist man or whatever. I can just appreciate it, and that's it. Eso no es mamárselo, by the way. I hate when people are like, oh, te solo mamá boni. Sometimes it's justified. I don't care. And this isn't mamárselo. Saying that it's good, it's a good idea or whatever, or that I like it. Eso no es mamárselo. And I just want to say that along with that, Bukabuya, I'm pretty sure that was like a really anticipated collab. People really wanted Bad Bunny in his indie era, and we got it with, you know, the Marias and Bukabuya, and she killed it. Taka killed it. Just wanted to say that. I don't know what you think about Bukabuya. I don't really know much about them other than I used to listen to them a lot like 5 years ago, and I've been a fan, a mid fan you know, I'm more of a the Maria's girl, but Bukawaya is really good. Just wanted to say that. Me fui de vacaciones. Listen, Bad Bunny is someone that, like, he has, like, a particular relationship to women and to mental health. Remember when he got, like, was it, like, exhaustion? I remember, like, 4 years ago, there were pictures of him, like, in a hospital with, like, un suero. Y todo el mundo estaba como que, Dios, llévate a Anuel y déjanos a Bad Bunny or something like that. And I think it was exhaustion. And he's always, like, talked about it. He's always talked about, like, you know, how, like, it can be exhausting to be, you know, just the world's biggest superstar / Latin superstar or whatever. And in this one, he's kind of like that. He's kind of like, you know what, I'm good. I'm gonna just, like, take a break. And he should, really. I think this man releases more albums way too often. He goes on tour way too often. And I think he sometimes looks notably tired. So I'm like, in this song, he it's, like, really grateful. It's, like, really nice and stuff. So it's kind of like Antes que se acabe. It gives that kind of vibe. It's like this album's Antes que se acabe or this album's Estamos bien. And I love that. The titular song of the album, Un Verano Sin Ti, it's sad. I hear it and I'm like, yep, this has been me definitely at some times, and it hurts. This song really hurts. If you're heartbroken, relax and don't listen to it. And finally, because I'm not counting Calladita, okay? I don't know why he put it on this album. Is Yonaguni gonna be on, like, a future album? As, you know, sometimes songs are singles. It's okay. So I'm just gonna talk about this last song, which is Agosto. And it's perfect that it's Agosto because, like, that's the end of summer, right? So it's kind of like this whole summer theme, which, by the way, I loved. Like, all the songs, even the not summery ones, had, like, references to summer. I thought that was beautiful. You know, it's a perfect ending, to be honest, like, talking about Agosto. And it's, like, happy versus, like, Un Verano Sin Ti, which was, like, sad, obviously. But Agosto is kind of, like, hopeful. And, like, you know, like, the last parts of saying, like, que el verano nunca se acaba or something like that. So, yeah. All in all, I think it's notable that I would give this album a 10 out of 10. Or at least a 9.5 out of 10, obviously. I really love this album. And on a personal note, it, like I said at the beginning, I want to go out more. I want to enjoy this album, like, really, really well. And really have a really good summer experience. That's what this album has motivated me to do. Right before the Eshies. Well, yeah, it is before the Eshies, but I want to do all this after the Eshies because the Eshies has had me very anxious and nervous and excited, but obviously very busy. And, well, I guess that's the end of my review. And I already gave you an Eshies update because the next episode will be just a little kind of pre-Eshies episode, which I'm very excited for. Thank you for listening to this review. Thank you for watching. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the album, because it's just so collective and I love how we're all talking about it, and it's so Caribbean and it's so ours that I really love it. So please let me know. Like, I genuinely want to read all the comments and all the thoughts on this album. Happy 2 years to this podcast. I'm very grateful that it's made it this far and with all it's accomplished as well. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you so much, and I will catch you on the flip side. See you in the next episode.